Alright, boys and girls, today we're going to be doing long division when we come across a remainder. I am in Unit 3, Lesson 6 on page 111. We're going to go ahead and look at problem number 3. I'm going to divide 809 divided by 7. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write my multiples of 7. So I have 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70. So I need to see how many times can 7 go into 8. Well, 14 is too big, so 7, and that was only one time, so I'm going to write a 1 above the 7. Remember, when I'm using long division, I'm going to remember does McDonald's serve burgers, or divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down. So I've divided, got a 1. I need to multiply 7 times 1, which is 7. I subtract, and I'm left with 1. Bring down that next number, which is a 0. How many times can 7 go into 10? Well, still 14 is too big, so only one time. I put a 1 above my 0. Divide. Now multiply. 1 times 7 is 7. Now subtract, and I'm left with 3. I still have another number down here, so I need to bring it down. Now I need to tell you how many times 7 can go into 39. 42 is too big, so 35 is my target. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. When I multiply 5 times 7, I get 35. I subtract, and I'm left with 4. 4 is smaller than 7, so I'm going to circle it. And bring it up to the top, remainder 4. So 809 divided by 7 is 115 with a remainder of 4. Go ahead and look at number 4. I'm going to do 736 divided by 5. I can write my 5s down the side, or if you know them, you don't have to do this step. But this does help you get faster at recognizing them. So I need to see 5 into 7. Can only go in one time because 10's too big, so my target's 5. That was one time. Multiply 5 times 1, which is 5. Subtract, that's my next step. I get 2, and I need to bring down that next number of a 3. Now I need to see how many times can 5 go into 23. 25's too big, so my target's 20. That was 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Place my 4 above the 3. And I'm going to multiply 4 times 5, which is 20. Next step is to subtract. And I'm left with 3. I still have another number, so that one needs to be brought down. And I need to see how many times can 5 go into 36. Well, my target looks like it's 35, which was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. I'm going to multiply 7 times 5, which is 35, and I subtract and get 1. 1 is now smaller than 5, making that my remainder. Bring it up to the top with a big R and the number 1. So 736 divided by 5 is 147, remainder 1. Let's go one more. We're going to look at problem number 6. The problem is 6,206 divided by 3. How many times can 3 go into 6? I could write my multiples. If I know my multiples, I don't need to do that step. But I know that 3 can go into 6 2 times. 3 times 2 is 6, and I subtract, and I get a 0. I'm going to bring down my 2. And right away I'm going to notice that 3 can't go into 2. So that place value, hundreds, means I don't put anything there, or I can't put anything but a 0. And I need to bring another number down. Now I'm going to see how many times can 3 go into 20. Well, I know 3 times 7 is 21. So I'm going to go backwards. 3 times 6. So I'm going to put a 6 up above. 6 times 3 is 18. When I subtract, I get 2. Still got another number over here. So bring it down. And I've got 26. I need to see how many times can 3 go into 26. Well, I know 3 times 8 is 24. So I'm going to put my 8 in the 1 spot. When I multiply 24 and subtract, I'm left with 2. 2 is smaller than 3, so I'm going to circle it. And it now becomes my R2 as my remainder. So 6,206 divided by 3 is 2,068 with a remainder of 2. I want you to go ahead and do number 8 now on your own.